Hello everyone, it's Nick here, and I have quite a bit to talk about, both video game related stuff and music related stuff and everything else. Um, the ringing in my ears, I can't really tell if it's gotten better or worse. It's like sometimes it's better, sometimes it's worse, so I don't think it's anything permanent. I mean, sometimes it feels kind of hard to explain. Like, my ears kind of feel a little weird sometimes, so I think maybe I have an infection or something. And it just hasn't gone away for a few weeks. Now, when I went to the clinic, they prescribed me these eardrops, and you know how much these were? You know how much these were? $200 just for this little tiny bottle. That's a ripoff. You know, if I ever saw it, this is ridiculous. Remember when healthcare used to, I don't know, actually be cheap? Anyway, but I'm gonna move on from that. So, or try. Now, last week on, I think Friday, I went to see a concert down at Jazz Alley, except it's not Jazz Alley, it's Dimitrios Jazz Alley. Yeah, how could I call it, how could I call it the wrong thing? And hang on, found one more thing to talk about, just updating my little script. Anyways, so I went to see, and please don't kill me when I show you this, but I went to see Kenny G. Not too familiar with him. My mom asked me if I wanted to go, some months ago, and I'm like, oh yeah, sure. So they bought a CD for 25 bucks after the concert, and you can have him sign your CD, which he did, which was friggin' awesome. See, these cases are like really cheap, and I mean really cheaply made. I mean, look, the thing doesn't even like snap on or anything. It just goes in and out. That's pretty bad. Good thing I already ripped the CD. But anyways, and then how cheap these things open. Oh, come on, no, no, no. Here, yeah. See, whoa. See, I almost snapped the CD in half because it just fell out. Um, and the CD holder's not broken. I mean, jeez, jeez, everything's falling. Okay. Anyways, so let me put that back break before I actually do break the CD. Anyways, so I was trying to ask Kenny G something, and I asked him the totally wrong question because even though I live in Seattle, I don't really see a whole lot of celebrities here, so it's like I still get a little starstruck. So of course the completely wrong thing came out of my mouth. What I meant to ask him was, you know, are you gonna make, are you gonna have like sheet music released for your new album? Because I like some of your stuff. I'd like to like play on the piano or something. And instead, I'm like, oh, well, do you want someone to do your sheet music for you? I'll do it for free. And he just kind of laughed. And it's like, oh, man, I didn't, and of course, I just bolted out of there because you know, I was so embarrassed. Um, it was almost as if like I was naked in front of him. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm so freaking embarrassed. So, yeah, it was pretty embarrassing to say the least. So, anyways, um, I picked up some stuff, and I'll show you guys what I picked up, last week. This is Jimmy Buffet Songs You Know by Heart. Later got the CD like the day after. I'm not too familiar with this stuff. I mainly like Margaritaville, and that's about it. But I saw the book, and it was like a few bucks. Why not? Excuse me. Anyways, you know who he reminds me of, though? Do you know who Jim Cummings is? He does a bunch of like cartoon characters. It looks just like him. That's scary. I mean, it looks just like Jim Cummings. But anyways, um, I did get a couple games, and I'll show those when I'm ready. But I got a DVD here. But I'll show you that in a minute. I got the Beatles, the Next Three albums. Literally, only the words next and three are all capitalized. Maybe Billy Mays suggested that to be written. Now, I got this mainly to support a friend of mine, Todd Lowry. He's the one who did the arrangements for these books, so it's pretty cool that I got to be in touch with him. He's a great guy, really talented transcriber too. Anyways, uh, okay, so yeah, I got another CD, Chicago 16. It's got Hard to Say I'm Sorry on it, so that's pretty cool. Then I got Eric Clapton Unplugged. Look up Albert on this live performance. I like how he screws up at the beginning. Because he's playing, he begins to play with the slide, and he's like, "Oh, hang on, hang on, hang on." You know, he's not supposed to play with the slide on that song, so it's pretty funny. Um, and then I've seen this at the U District Half Price Books, and it's like, you know, I gotta pick it up. You know, I saw it on YouTube once and I liked it, and that movie is Revenge of the Nerds. I don't know where they got Zelda's underwear, but I mean, I assume that's her underwear. Why else would it have the Triforce on it? Yes, I know. Lambda, lambda, lambda. I'm Greek. I know what it really means. But, anyways, so it's a funny movie. If I never watched Robot and Monster, I never would have known the greatness of that movie. But it was pretty funny. I don't know if it's still on YouTube or not. But anyways, so one other thing. Got a couple more sheet music things to show you before I show you guys the games. A few weeks ago, I got this book. It was supposed to be in, you know, new condition. It's in used condition, like lamination's coming off and everything. Well, I did end up getting a new copy in the mail, and this is awesome. So I'm going to really try to learn 25 or 64. You might laugh like, oh, that's easy. Well, not the guitar solo. That stuff's pretty tough, for me anyway. Anyways, then I picked up, speaking of tough guitar, picked up this band score book for Steve Vai Passion Warfare. I have the guitar book. I don't know, it's like right here. Guess not. Oh, here it is. So here's the guitar book, which has like almost 100% accurate transcriptions because Steve Vai actually helped with this book. That's pretty awesome. Not common that the original artists work on this book or on the sheet music books. However, this one was transcribed by Yuji Hagino, who he did this Beatles one that I have the camera sitting on, where it's like every single Beatles song ever made, or is transcribed in its entirety. And I say that very loosely, but anyways, it's amazing. One guy did all of this though. So the difference is this one doesn't just have guitar parts; it has keyboard parts, it has bass parts, and drum parts and stuff. The only big complaint is there's like only one guitar part for each song, so that kind of sucks. I love that guitar though. I mean, I would trade my gem for this one if I could, but chances are I'll never get one of those. It's pretty much the same exact one as mine, except it's a 7-string. It's got all the different colors on it. But there is one little, I don't know if you want to call it an Easter egg or something, but if you look on the cover, I mean, study how, the way the guitar is painted and stuff. I mean, it's exactly the same as the one on the back, except this one actually has the handle cut through it. So maybe he had that done, or maybe someone photoshopped it on the front cover. I don't know, but either way, it's kind of weird. But anyways, I will enjoy that. I mainly get some of these books just to look at them. I do try to learn how to actually play them, but Steve Vai for now is just way out of my league. There's no way I can play his stuff right now. So it's always cool to follow along. So the weird thing is the guitar book that Hal Leonard made actually does have a couple songs where all the parts are transcribed. Liberty and Answers. I don't know why they decided just those two songs, if at all, but they did. So, is that it? Is that it for sheet music? I think it is. But I will torture you guys with one more thing. That is, I got a couple VHSs. This is Sting, Bring on the Night, kind of based on the CD of the same name. It's I like the subtitle here. The story is he risks it all in a dream. The problem is he's not acting. It's pretty funny. This was back in what 1980. It says MCMLXXXV, so I'm gonna assume 1985. And like it says, The Dream of the Blue Turtles available on A&M Records. And I know they I know they have this uploaded on YouTube, but it's like, as a diehard Sting fan, I just gotta have the actual stuff. And then 10 Summoner's Tales, I have the shirt for it, I have the sheet music books for it, I have it on Laserdisc, yes, Laserdisc. I had to get it on like almost every format ever, being, I don't have an official top 5 albums of all time, but if I did, 10 Summoner's Tales would definitely be on the list. And this is the VHS, and it's kind of sealed, the bottom's ripped open. That's okay, because I plan on watching it anyway, so that's pretty cool. I think I got ripped off though, $8 because I've seen it on Amazon for like a few bucks. I was at a local CD store and they had it, and I'm like, I was really surprised. So, wow, I think that's about it. Oh, one other thing before I show you the games, because this is kind of important to me. Actually, not kind of, it is important. Our band Waking Maya released two songs. We released Sideline, and then we released one called Wu Wei, which starts out with a bass solo by me. So I hope you guys enjoy that. I'll put them in the description so you guys can listen to them. I love it. Anyways, okay, so the games I picked up. Well, exhibit number one, I was at the Half Price Books down in, Alderwood or Linwood, and they had a bunch of the gold box games. And I didn't have a lot of money to spend. I need to keep some money aside to get PAX tickets. But this one, they had the Mac version there too, but this is the DOS version of Forgotten Realms Unlimited Adventures. Now, what this is technically it's not a game. It's a make your own gold box game. Literally, make your own gold box game. However, it isn't perfect. I think there's a few things that could have improved on. For example, because while you can make your own custom games, there are certain things you can't do customs. For example, if you want to do like custom music, or if you want to do, you could do some custom graphics, but not a whole lot. I think like cutscene graphics and stuff, but you can't do like any wall sets or anything, if I remember correctly. But I think, but not just the music and the graphics, but also you can't make your own character icons or character portraits or anything, because at this time they didn't have character portraits, like actual pictures of your characters, not just the battle icons. So I think that could have been improved, but I mean, it's cool. And it is freeware now. I mean, I got this for $6, but it is freeware, so I mean, you can legally download it for free, and no problem. Now, the last one. Well, if you guys have known me for a long time, I've told you about, my dad, you know, Dr. Check, or, okay, Hillsfar on the NES is to my dad that Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde is to the AVGN. So how do you think he reacted when I bought this? This is the DOS version, and you want to know how bad Hillsfar is? In fact, AVGN, if you ever, I mean, I know the chance of someone watching this video are microscopic. I was actually going to tell him at PAX when I saw him a couple of years ago, and I just didn't run across my mind when I was standing there talking to him. But I wanted to tell him, avoid this game, at least on the NES. Do not play this game. But you know how bad this game is? It was 99 cents. It's complete in box, comes with everything. It's so bad that, it's, you know, not even the not even half price books wanted it. What's cool though is this comes on both a 3.5 disc and a 5/4 disc. That's awesome. I didn't know they released them in both formats. It's like I have two copies of Eye of the Beholder. One comes with the huge floppy disks, the other one comes with the small disks. Now, of course, for copy protection back then, you had to use these decoder wheels, so you match out the two symbols, and then you read whatever word it told you to read. What I didn't know is that they had some copy protection in the game itself too. So, for example, you'd see some of this writing on the wall, and it's like, what does that say? Well, I don't know whether or not the manuals tell you this or not, but here's, I figured it out one day. It's like, okay, so this is like, one of these is Elvish and the other is Dwarvish. I can't remember which one, but the one's A, B, C, D, E, and then down here you got like the numerals, you got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc., etc. But on this inner wheel, it's backwards. It goes A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and so on and so on. And that's how you translate stuff. So it's pretty cool. And I don't know what the tin foil with the is for. Maybe it's for communicating with flying fuckernauts or astro bastards. I don't know. Yeah, I came up with that, not AVGN. But another thing that really kind of bring my piss to a boil is the fact that there are no sound credits in this game. Oh yeah. You look in the manual, and there is a credit screen. Someone wrote on the back here, not that I really care, but especially if it's 99 cents, but no sound credits, but there are credits in general. Now, the DOS version doesn't have any music, so I can understand that, but the Commodore 64 version is the same deal. Maybe they made the DOS version first, and then they were like, well, there's no music in here, so what's the point? But I contacted Paul Mudra. He was the first sound designer, along with Dwight Okahara, to work at Westwood Studios for sound and stuff, and he told me, of course, yeah, he did the Commodore 64 music, so that's pretty cool. I assume he did the DOS version as well, like the sound effects, but I don't know. But of course, I'd throw this game away, I'd burn it, but it's a family heirloom. I have to keep it. I have to live with this curse for the rest of my life. ABGN does not know how good he's got it. Now, for me, if I haven't really told people this. I mean, I'm sure I've said it before, but the game I consider to be the worst game of all time, at least that I've ever played, is The Last Starfighter on the NES. That game is just, ooh. Speaking of which, well, yeah, I'm not going to talk about that. It's a little personal. Let's just say the guy who I believe worked on the game sent me kind of a email that was not very positive, and yeah. Anyways, I'm not going to get into that, but there is one other thing. Now I keep saying I'm going to upload this playthrough video, and I'm going to, but there is something else too I'm going to be doing on Saturday, 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Yes, this Saturday, or tomorrow. It's 2:51 a.m. Times like this, wish I had a bigger fan base. But I will be doing the live stream, and I will be playing through a Famicom game. Which Famicom game? Well, I think I know which one it's going to be, but I might do more than one anyway. I might play for a few hours, might play for an hour, I don't know, or until the one game I'm thinking of, I'm going to try to at least beat it. I've beat it before, so, and it's not that horribly hard of a game, so. Okay, I think I've covered everything. So thank you guys for watching. Again, I'll put the songs that are banded in the description. I am making sheet music for them, so I'm gonna like sell it for like $5 a piece or something. So if anyone's really interested, there you go. And I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. God bless. Peace out. Have a good one.